Alright, so the first thing you'll want to do is download a virtual machine software such as VirtualBox. Google that for yourself and you'll find it. You can download it for Windows, Linux, whatever. You can just install it using Linux. After that, you're going to want to get a Windows distribution, which I have a totally legit copy of Windows 7, but I've got it kept in the root directory, or excuse me, not root, main directory here, Windows 7 Servers Pack 1 Ultimate 64-bit. Once you do that, you can make a new server. This is what I'll start a new one actually, make a new one, fuck it, why not. And you want it to be Microsoft Windows 7, Windows 7 64-bit, and we can set it to, I guess, video. That's what we're doing. 2 gigs RAM is recommended. You can add more if you want, but I don't exactly suggest it. Create a virtual hard disk. Dynamic allocated, that's fine. At least put 30 gigabytes in there. Once you've got that, you want to go to settings, go to storage, click on the empty optical drive here. Choose a virtual optical drive, which in the C drive is Windows 7 SP1 Ultimate. You can press OK on that, double click to power it up, and it will try to boot up from there. So it'll load up this, your standard installer. And I'm going to go ahead and get everything to go through here. Install now. Now the totally legit copy I have of Windows 7 is specifically Ultimate. So you would select Ultimate or whatever you have, except the license term that you don't read. Custom, because you're installing a new copy of it. Next, and then let that go and finish that up. So I'm going to go ahead and let it skip to that. Alright, so after putting in the username and password that you want, which you really don't need a password, but you can do whatever you want with that. You want to disable automatically activate Windows, and then use your totally legit product key in which you've gotten, and paste it in there. Alright, and after that, after entering it, it'll ask you want to protect your computer and improve Windows automatically. Let's not do that, because you really have no reason to do that at all. Doesn't matter about the time, and I guess you can set it to home network. Once it gets done, it will go to the main screen, I believe. Let's see. Alright, so yeah, it'll boot up here. So the next thing you'll want to do is insert the guest edition CD image if you have VirtualBox or whatever you have for your certain virtual machine, which will then allow you to go to the VirtualBox guest editions and install the guest edition so that you'll have it full screen and you can copy paste from machine to machine, so on and so forth. Wait until that gets done. Go ahead and allow all software from Oracle Corporation, and once it gets done, we'll want to reboot, so we'll wait until that gets done, and I'll skip to that now. Alright, so after doing that, as you can see, now we've got it in full screen, so everything's good there. You can also drag and drop, share the clipboard, share folders, but we don't want to do that right now. Next thing you'll want to do is find the Flare VM GitHub page. You can Google that like I am. You'll find it here, and then you'll have right here, it'll tell you exactly how to install it. We just copy this and put it into the VM on Internet Explorer. Fucking Internet Explorer. Alright. We will copy this, which we need to share clipboard. Yeah, we already got that. Good. Ask me later on. Yeah, that shit. And then it should automatically start an application which will install Box Starter, which will install the virtual machine stuff. And we'll wait until that gets done downloading, and I'll start this again. Alright, and once it starts up, you'll have this pop up. and it should start a CMD. You'll want to put in the password for auto login, which if you don't have one, you can just press enter 3 times like I'm about to do, and it'll automatically start downloading everything. Now it's going to restart multiple times, so let that happen. Wait about 30 minutes until it stops popping up the CMD, and then we'll continue off from there. Alright, so after everything's installed, you should now see a flare icon over here, and this is probably a readme from it as well. Let's see. Yeah, it is. Okay, cool. It'll contain all the tools needed, utilities for discovering what exactly an exe file is running off of, if it's portable or not. Spy Studio, something to check and see exactly what an executable is doing. Zor search or Zor strings to find encrypted Zor strings inside of executables and to decrypt them. You got debuggers, disassemblers, .NET. What would you call these? I guess they're disassemblers too, just for .NET. Flash, which is for Flash files. Hex editors, so you can see exactly every single bit of it in hex. Java for JavaScript coding, as well as just regular Java programs, jar files. Network stuff like fake net, which is important because you're going to want to make it seem like it has a connection to the internet. Office for doc files, PDF, and all that, and Visual Basic. And after that, you can make a new folder, which I suggest you do, and call it Malware. Malware. It'll do. And then you'll want to also disable the internet by switching the network device to a host adapter, which I'll show you how to create after I accept this here. So to set up a virtual hosted adapter, you can go to File up here, go to Host Network Manager, and you can create a new one by doing that. And you can enable it or disable it, whatever you want, but I already have one going. Just VVoxNet 0. So now you'll be able to technically have a network running where you can open up shared folders and such, which is another thing you'll want to do, is add a shared folder. Always when you add a folder, to set it to read only and auto mount, so that whenever you get a virus on there and you've got it inside your malware folder up here, which I have, they can't write to it and access it. You can only access it from the machine and drop it in here. So after that, you can go here to network, which you need to enable file sharing and network discovery, which will then come up here, and you're going to wait until you see VBox server, which will have the folder called malware, and you can just drag and drop any bit of this that you want. And also, it'll be very important that you enable hidden folders, so that any files that have been dropped into somewhere that you can't see or it melts, such as that, for example, those desktop.inis, you can see that they exist. It's just that you couldn't see them without that enabled. Alright, so that's it for the video. You can also change the wallpaper to whatever you want. This is your VM. So get out there and find those piece of shit scumbags in which infect everyone on YouTube.